Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Dr. Fantastic Interviews. Got a young man here who looks pretty healthy now, and we're just discussing his life and his traumas and tribulations. And the young man has lots of employees and lots of stress that came with it. And you actually spent 6 months in bed.
Yes, I did. I was in a stretch at the time where business was particularly tough, and I would come home at the end of the day and really kind of bring that stress home with me, bring the office home with me. And there was really no downtime, and I was pretty much just running on adrenaline 24/7. It was fight or flight all the time. And the body isn't intended to do that. And finally my body just gave way and broke down. I had to kind of, in order to get back on my feet, I really had to cognitively change my approach to life. And I had to understand that I could go out of business and literally kill myself in the process doing so, or I could go out of business with a smile on my face and continue to live life the way I hope to live life. So I really just changed my perspective. I limited what I did at work to the absolutely most important things that I knew I could do where I could be most efficient. All the other fluff, I kind of let go away. My stress level went down, and interestingly, my sales went up. Of course, that's how life seems to work, doesn't it? So just kind of relieving myself of that stress, focusing on positivity, being appreciative for what I could do instead of looking at what I couldn't do, really changed everything for me. And fast forward now, we've tripled the size of the business over the last 10 years, and it's and my health is better, and I'm probably happier than I've ever been. So
Well, you have 2,500 employees.
Yes.
That means there's hundreds of dictators or management,
Yes.
and everybody should be doing their job. I work for a billionaire. He's got 300 companies,
Right.
a lot more employees than that, but people do their job.
Right.
So he's like me. When I do something, I'm the broad strokes.
Right.
I get people, I oversee things, and I make sure that the logo looks right and the colors are right and on my taste.
Yeah.
But it sounds to me like you're taking the world on every position and not letting people do their job.
Well, that's exactly right. Like we eventually, I understood that I had to delegate, right?
Delegate.
And really give people a leash, surround myself with good people, and let them do their thing. At the same time, there are people who aren't ready for that challenge, right? And to try to take it on yourself is sometimes a little too much. So you really have to, surround yourself with the right team, and then really understand why you brought them on board, to really let them do their thing. But yeah, absolutely.
Well, as a positive motivator, I tell people there's really, if you look at the real bottom line, there's nothing worth stressing about. If you got rid of your job, you probably could have lived. You're not going to die getting rid of your job.
Right.
Your wife wants to leave you. There's other women out there in the world.
Right.
When I tell people what's stressing them, how important is that next week, next month, next year, or in your life? And it typically never is, because you're dead. You're not worth anything to yourself or the world or your family if you're dead.
Absolutely.
So when I tell people they're fantastic, is one is you're alive. That's why you're fantastic,
Oh,
Ike.
absolutely.
Two is you're healthy now, right?
Absolutely.
You're a good-looking young man. You're in love. You got a family. You got kids.
Yes.
That's all some fantastic shit. You got 2,500 employees.
Yes.
So you're probably making a few dollars every day. That's fantastic, right?
It's really it is a blessing, and when you look back at the things that you do stress about or the things that you do worry about, you realize that with the passage of time, all that stuff kind of took care of itself at some level, and you didn't necessarily. The number one, the stress didn't affect the outcome. That's for darn sure. And secondly, you didn't really need to stress about it. So it does pass, and so, you know.
I love you. You're proving all my theories.
Yeah, right. So whenever I'm confronted with a potentially stressful situation, I basically tell myself immediately, this is not worth stressing about. I've been in these situations before. It will take care of itself.
Yes.
You know, things are never as bad as they seem. And oftentimes, things are never as good as they seem sometimes.
Or as important as you seem. People were taking life way too serious.
Way too serious.
And it's usually because of money.
Right.
It's all derived from the chase for the buck.
Right. Yes, the chase for the buck. Sometimes insecurity plays a role. Sometimes needing to prove something, you know, plays a big role. And, you know, and if you're happy, you don't have to prove anything to anybody. You're already winning. So.
Well, you can't make anyone happy unless you're happy.
That's right.
Your wife, your kids, your employees.
Totally.
You come first.
Totally.
That's one of my number one rules
in
being fantastic is you come first.
And that's why you have an obligation to be happy, because you do have an obligation to other people. You do live in a world with other people, and if you're not happy, you can't spread that. And I think you know that more than anybody, because that's your whole mission. So.
Well, when you get on an airplane, what's the flight attendant say? The first thing, if the oxygen mask drops, put it on first.
Right.
Then help others.
That's right. That's right.
People need an awakening right now. And I'm hopefully I might be one little cog in that. I'll tell you something that was really funny. I interviewed on, not the podcast, but the YouTube show, the number one salesman for Tony Robbins. You heard of him?
Yes.
And I gave him the speech I gave you. And he got it, like most everyone gets it.
Yes.
And now I heard that Tony Robbins is going around saying, if you say the word fantastic, you'll feel fantastic.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's amazing. Yeah, I mean, Tony Robbins is a very bright guy, and he's inspired by people just like you. So that's not your word is definitely getting out.
It's getting out, and I'm very happy for it. It's a big goal to try to bring civility back bring civility to the big cities.
Right.
You know, I talked to a lot of people, and I've met a lot of people in my life, and now I'm hearing that LA is the worst, which is great, because that's my baseline. If I can get everyone to start letting everyone in traffic in LA, imagine driving down the road and everyone starts letting everyone else in. It will be like a whole change of atmosphere.
Yeah.
It'll be a miracle, but I mean, miracles happen. My wife thinks I'm crazy for trying to change the world and make it a more civil place. But someone sent me a video the other day, and it was all about crazy people get shit done.
Oh, it's absolutely true. It's absolutely true.
So tell me about your clothing line. Is it something I've worn before?
No. It's mostly women's clothing.
Well, I wear women's clothing. What are you talking? Why would you assume I don't wear women's clothing?
That's right. Well, it's not mostly. It's entirely women's clothing.
It's entirely.
And and we're in the malls around the country, the big regional malls.
Okay.
And you know, there's all this talk about the death of the mall and the death of retail.
Right.
And you know, we don't buy it. We don't look right or left at what our competitors are doing. We just kind of believe in what we're doing.
Right.
And stick to our guns, and thankfully it's worked, and we're very blessed. We actually sell a lot of dresses, and we like to say that we change lives one dress at a time.
Well, I think women should wear dresses.
Yes.
I mean, there's the equality day, right?
Right.
Everything has to be equal, the equal pay.
Right.
They wear pants, you know?
Right.
I mean, I think women look sexy in women's clothing. I think they should wear women's clothing.
Yeah.
It was designed for them.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think...
So you're a designer and manufacturer, or just a retailer? I shouldn't say just.
We design and retail, but we don't manufacture. We have 500 different manufacturers that will make our products.
Let's design a fantastic dress. Because you see, what I'm doing now is I'm branding under my brand, the Dr. Fantastic label, the Be Fantastic International label. I'm sourcing the best of the best. If I can find a really fantastic product, I want to move it through my world on our apps and websites as a fantastic product. I've got fantastic caviar. I've got fantastic CBD. I've got fantastic vodka and tequila. And I'm looking for I got fantastic ticketing and credit card processing.
Wow.
These are things that I've been through my years of experience and knowing the owners of these companies are a pretty fantastic product. And now if we can design a fantastic branded Dr. Fantastic dress, that would be cool.
That could be something.
Because we met for a reason today.
Right.
You didn't know about.
And we have a captive audience with your followers.
We're going to have millions of people being fantastic. And on the app, it's called the app for fantastic people, where you're going to find fantastic product, fantastic services, fantastic charities, fantastic business opportunities, and most importantly, fantastic events. We're going to produce concerts, music festivals, like the W Hotel in Hollywood.
Sure.
We're going to have a once-a-month event for fantastic people.
Wow.
We'll show off our fantastic product.
Wow.
We'll show off the fantastic dress we came out with. That's just for fantastic people. Right? Why not?
Why not?
Have fun, make people smile and laugh and enjoy life.
Absolutely.
With the money doesn't buy happiness. It almost killed you because you took it way too serious.
Yes.
Luckily, you got through it with drugs, which is kind of interesting. Not Vitamins.
Yes.
Okay, I guess they're not drugs. Vitamin drips. Well, I'm glad you got through it. I'm glad I got to meet you.
Thank you.
Do you want to do a shout out to the name of the company, or you want to keep that a little under?
No, we're cool.
You're cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a secret, everybody. But when we come out with it,
it's not a secret. The bottom line is that there's more than just money.
Of course.
So I don't.
But here's what I want to do on my private label.
Yes.
Most times, if you buy, as an example, Del Monte ketchup, it's expensive.
Yes.
Because it's a high-end brand.
Yeah.
But they do private label, the same ketchup, without their name on it, right? I'm going to do a little different under the Dr. Fantastic label. If I do a fantastic ketchup, it's going to say manufactured by Del Monte.
Yeah.
So I want to brag about my manufacturer, which is unheard of, but I love breaking the mold.
Yes.
So I would say ABC dress designers did our label.
Yeah.
Which is like credibility to you, and because it's just another distribution outlet.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
You like the idea?
I think it's an interesting idea.
Okay, well.
It's an interesting idea. So, well, thank you, Doctor. Fantastic.
Thank you for agreeing to this great podcast. It's a great form. Again, it's about improving the mind, the body, which a dress does, and the planet.
Yes.
And so thank you so much. And everybody, be fantastic. Tune in on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on healthylife.net or my Be Fantastic app or Be Fantastic Today website for the Dr. Fantastic Show, where I talk about life, love, and the pursuit of happiness and being fantastic. Everybody, be fantastic.